Shalom, shalom, shalom. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahushai. All praises, peace, and blessings to you out there, Royal House. Well, we just outside of 2 weeks, huh? Just outside of 2 weeks. I'm hoping that that you guys were edifying on my brief time off. I'm really hoping y'all was using that time wisely. All right, because what you might not understand is, all right, when this happens, not if, when. Everything that you know is gone. All right, everything that you know. The devastation is going to be total. Okay. I'm not sure if a lot of y'all are dialing that in. One way to know if you're dialing it in is, are you still living like this world is finna be here in the next month? You know, are you still going out and making plans and, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna do this, yeah, when my taxes come in, I'm gonna do this. Let me tell you something. There's little to no chance you ever gonna get no taxes if you're gonna if you file them. There's a chance you ain't gonna get them, man. Now, unless you get them in the next 2 weeks, and I don't see that happening. So, yeah, everything you know, right? Everybody that you know, right? More than likely, if they make it through this, will be dead. All right? It's important you understand that. You need to gear your mind to that. That's why the scripture said, sanctify yourselves. All right? All right? And touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. See, the Most High not going to be able to receive you if you are still attached to this world, man. I mean, I've made peace. Look, my mama's still down here. My brother asked me the other day, he said, I want to ask you something. He said, what do you think about mom? I said, I love mom. You know that. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her. I love my mama. We both do. But guess what? She wouldn't listen, man. I did everything I could to try to open her eyes to this, and mama's stubborn, man. She don't listen. And the more you try, the harder she dig in. She from that generation. Older people, older than me, they're very old and set in their ways. They don't listen. So I had to check out of my relationship with her a long time ago. Long time ago. I just pray that when it does happen, it's quick. But it's going to happen. But I'm not holding on to that. All the people I used to know, some of them still try to hit me up. But guess what? Not part of this, man. All right? I'm preparing myself. All right? I'm going to say something that I probably never said on since y'all have known me and been with me. All right? Personally, I know there's no way that I'm not going. I know that. There's nothing I'm going, period. There's nothing going to stop that. All right? I know that. But guess what? I'm still scared to death. I kid you not. that fear is there. It's a weird balance. All right. The red heifers, they're going to be sacrificed, all right, on the 12th of April, which is the second Saturday of the first month, right? Which is exactly when, if you look at Exodus 19, which is exactly when they're supposed to do it. See, they were going to do it in like March, I believe, March 21st, but nah, they're not going to do it then. Let me show you something. Let's go to Exodus 19. Wait a minute. Is it Exodus 19? Salat. Exodus, well, yeah. Exodus 19, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and unto Aaron, saying, This is the ordinance of the law which the Lord hath commanded, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, that they bring thee a red heifer without spot, wherein is no blemish, and upon which never came a yoke. And ye shall give her unto Eleazar the priest, that he may bring her forth without the camp, and one shall slay her before his face. And Eleazar the priest shall take of her blood with his finger, and sprinkle of her blood directly before the tabernacle, all right, of the congregation 7 times. And one shall burn the heifer in his sight, her skin and her flesh and her blood with her dung shall he burn. And the priest shall take cedar wood and hyssop and scarlet, and cast it into the midst of the burning of the fire. All right. So that's what they got to do. All right. That's what they have to do. Now, what day are they supposed to do it? Go to Exodus chapter 12. Exodus chapter 12, verse 5. It says, Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. Now the red heifer, that's a special sacrifice for the dedication of the temple. But this is how it's supposed to go on the day you're supposed to do it. A male of the first year, you shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats, and ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening. So, you're supposed to get this done on the 14th day, all right, of that month. So, when you look at, what is that, April 12th, that's the 14th day of Nisan, okay? So, they're following everything right and exact the way the Most High put it out. So, the 14th, okay, the 14th of April, or Salat, the 12th of April is the 14th day of Nisan, all right? Now, look what happens, though. The next day, all right, the 13th, that's when the blood rain comes. Because those signs go all the way up until what? That Friday. Y'all watched the apocalypse, right? Well, I'm bringing you up to speed. The 12th, they sacrificed the red heifer, right? Then the 13th, Yahushua bringing that sacrifice. Let me show you why. Check this out. Everything's coming into play now. All right. Daniel chapter 12. Start at verse 9. Okay. And he said, Go thy way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. Is this the end? Yeah, it is. It is the end. Verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. All right? Now listen to verse 11. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up. Okay? There shall be 1,290 days. Right? I'm going to read the New Living Translation. From the time that the daily sacrifice is stopped, and the sacrilegious object that causes desecration is set up to be worshipped, there shall be 1,290 days. So that's 42 months, 3.5 years exactly. Okay. Now, I want y'all to think about something. They're going to sacrifice. Okay. They're going to sacrifice the red heifers on the Sabbath. Okay. Friday is my last day of, like I said, going to give my blood. Now, if this don't prove nothing to you, nothing will. All right? This is the daily sacrifice. See, went the date. When the red heifers are sacrificed that Saturday, that means that Friday is my last day of giving this. I'm the daily sacrifice. I'm gonna prove it to you. Prove it to you. You got to do a little digging when you want to learn something. All right. The word daily in Hebrew is tamid. All right, tamid. It's H8548. And this is the definition for it. See it right here? Continuity, perpetuity, to stretch, continually, continuously. That means daily. Now, daily don't mean every day. It means ongoing. I've been ongoing doing this for over 3 years now, right? So this is going to be done away with. Well, what's going to do away with it? Is the royal house had to have a sacrifice, all right? A fountain open for what? Sin and uncleanness. Go to Zechariah 13. Zechariah 13:1. In that day there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and uncleanness. All right. Now, that's one thing, right? The fountain is open. The fountain is open. All right. Now, what's going to stop that fountain? Right? It's right here. Daniel 12:11. And from the time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away. So that's what's going to stop the fountain, all right? The fountain is going right now, but it's getting ready to be stopped. I'm the daily sacrifice. And from that time that the daily sacrifice shall be taken away, and the abomination that maketh desolate set up. Okay? So, by them sacrificing these red heifers, that's the first step into setting up the abomination of desolation. All right? So my last day of getting done is going to be that Friday. All right? That Friday, which is going to be the 11th. Okay? Now, that Saturday on the 12th, that's when they're going to sacrifice those red heifers, and the abomination that make it desolate is set up, right? So then the next day after that, that's when the blood rain comes. Let's go to the book. All right. All right. So let's go to, all right, here we go. On page 197. Then shall there be on the first day, the beginning, at the third hour of the day, all right, a great and mighty voice in the firmament of heaven, and a bloody cloud coming up out of the north, and great thunderings and mighty lightnings shall follow it. And it shall cover the whole heaven, and there shall be a rain of blood upon all the earth. These are the signs of the first day. So, after they sacrifice them red heifers, Yahushua is going to respond in the heavens. And he's going to open up that cloud of blood from that bloody cloud. It's going to rain blood. And then, the second day, there shall be a great voice in the firmament of heaven, and the earth shall be moved out of its place. And the gates of heaven shall be open in the firmament of heaven toward the east, and the smoke of a great fire shall break forth through the gates of heaven, and shall cover all the heaven until evening. In that day there shall be fears and great terrors in the world. These are the signs of the second day. I'm going to read that again. And the gates of heaven, and on the second day there shall be a great voice in the firmament of heaven, and the earth shall be moved out of its place, and the gates of heaven shall be opened in the firmament of heaven toward the east. Now, you can't look for that over here. Not yet. See, the east is back there, Saudi Arabia, over there, you know, where Esau and them is at. It's going to be open over there, not over here. All we going to get is the blood rain Monday. Over here, you ain't going to really see too much, okay? It just says that the earth shall be moved out of its place, and the gates of heaven shall be opened in the firmament of heaven toward the east, and the smoke of a great fire shall break forth through the gates of heaven, and shall cover all the heaven until evening. In that day there shall be fears and great terrors in the world, because they're going to show this. They ain't going to have no choice but to show this, you know, news going to pick it up. It's going to be cutting up over there. Now, when it says the earth shall be moved, got to do a little more investigating on that. I'm not sure if that's an earthquake or what, but he said the earth is going to be moved out of its place. So, third day, about the third hour, shall be a great voice in heaven, and the abyss of the earth shall roar from the four corners of the world. The pinnacles of the firmament of heaven shall be open, and all the air shall be filled with pillars of smoke. There shall be a stench of brimstone, very evil, until the 10th hour, and men shall say, we think the time draweth nigh that we perish. These are the signs of the 3rd day. Now, when it says from the abysses of the earth, that's everywhere. All over the earth. The grounds are going to start opening up, all right? And you're going to smell the stench of brimstone, because that's what's underground. That hot magma, that hot molten rock, melted from the heat, all right? Now, it's starting to get real. And on the 4th day, at the 1st hour, from the land of the east, the abyss shall melt and roar. Then shall all the earth be shaken by the might of an earthquake. So he's going to soften everything up by moving the earth out of its place, sending up that hot magma, softening up the soil, and then he's going to rip the earthquake through. Once the ground is nice and soft, that's going to destroy pretty much everything on the ground. Okay? Then shall all the earth be shaken by the might of an earthquake. And that day shall all the ornaments of the heathen fall, and all the buildings of the earth before the might of the earthquake. These are the signs of the 4th day. So, step by step, he's breaking this place down. He's going to open up the ground. All right? He's going to send up that heat from underneath, from the abyss. And then that's what's going to soften up the ground. And then when he rips that earthquake through there, it's going to shake everything down, because all the foundations are going to be out of place. All these big, tall buildings and all that, they're going to come crumbling down because of the heat softening the foundation of the earth. This is how he's going to knock all the structures down, okay? Day 5. But on the 5th day, at the 6th hour, suddenly there shall be a great thunder in heaven, and the powers of light, and the wheel of the sun shall be caught away. And there shall be great darkness in the world until evening. And the air shall be gloomy, without sun or moon, and the stars shall cease from their ministry. And that day shall all nations behold as in a mirror, and all despise the life of this world. These are the signs of the 5th day, right? So day number 5, you're going to remove the sun and the moon, okay? And like I say, don't think this is not going to happen. We just had a blood moon, right? Did you think that was going to happen? Having another partial eclipse, what is it, tonight or tomorrow, right? So he's already letting you know it's coming, okay? Day number 6. And on the 6th day, at the 4th hour, there shall be a great voice in heaven, and the firmament of heaven shall be cloven from the east unto the west. Now, it was just open over there, but now he finna bring it all the way over here in the west. Imagine, all the way from Saudi Arabia, all the way over here. He's gonna open up the sky, okay? Cloven from east unto the west. And the angels of the heavens shall be looking forth upon the earth by the openings of the heavens. And all these that are on the earth shall behold the host of the angels looking forth out of heaven. Then shall all men flee into the mountains, and hide themselves from the face of the righteous angels, and say, would that the earth would open up and swallow us up, and such things shall come to pass as never were since this world was created. Then shall they behold me coming from above in the light of my Father with the power and honor of the angels. Then at my coming shall the fence of fire of paradise be done away, because paradise is girt about with fire. And this shall be that perpetual fire that shall consume the earth and all the elements of the world. All right. Then shall the spirits and souls of all men come forth from paradise, and shall come upon all the earth, and every one of them shall go unto his own body, where it is laid up, and every one of them shall say, Here lieth my body. And when the great voice of those spirits shall be heard, then shall there be a great earthquake over all the world, and by the might thereof the mountains shall be cloven from above and the rock from beneath. So now he finna do both. He finna do the mountains above and the rocks from beneath. More violent shaking, all right? Then shall every spirit return into his own vessel, and the bodies of the saints which have fallen asleep shall arise. Then shall their bodies be changed into the image and likeness and the honor of the holy angels, and into the power of the image of my holy Father. Then shall they be clothed with the vesture of life eternal, out of the cloud of light which have never been seen in this world. Now, like I told y'all, that cloud is a big-ass ship, a capital ship, all right? And it has never entered the realms of this earth. So what does that tell you? There have been some that did, but this is the one that didn't, okay? For that cloud cometh down out of the highest realm of the heavens, from the power of my Father, and that cloud shall compass about with the beauty thereof all the spirits that have believed in me. Then shall they be clothed, and shall be borne by the hand of the holy angels. He said, be born, all right? Like as I have told you aforetime. Then also shall they be lifted up into the air upon a cloud of light, and shall go with me rejoicing unto heaven. And then they shall continue. So what does that mean? There's a comma. It says that they're going to continue. It's a lot. It says they're going to go with me rejoicing unto heaven. So Yahweh Shai picks us up, takes us to a certain point. He stops. Y'all continue with me. Up, 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 up. Then shall there be unto them great gladness with my Father and before the holy angels. These are the signs of the sixth day. So, why did he stop? Well, Yahweh Shai has his own ship, his own cloud. Father's is above him. So he's going to stop there, and then the Father, myself, takes everybody else all the way up into the cloud. And yeah, that's it. That's how that day goes all the way to Friday. This is just a recap, all right? Now, what happens after that? What happens when we get in the cloud? What happens when we're done here? You have to wait till the next video, which I'll be working on as soon as I finish this one, all right? This is just a recap, all right? So that everybody's up to speed, all right? Now, please get down to business if you're not already, because this day is fastly approaching. Get yourself in order, all right? All right. Rakatha Yahweh Ba'Shem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Peace and blessings to you, Royal House. Peace and power to the throne of King David. I will see y'all on the next go round. It's your King and Shepherd KD, and I'm out. Shalom.